Okay, welcome back. We are getting more familiar with Metasploit from console and exploitation. By now, you should be familiar with the entire process of searching for a vulnerability and trying to exploit it. Up till now, we have covered about 34 vulnerabilities on the Metasploit virtual machine. For now, we are going to check 30 more vulnerabilities that will open up a shell. But what I want you to do is try to find it by yourselves and then come back for this video for a checkup. Without further ado, let's do it. Okay, before we start our exploit, we have to do an nmap scan with the verge scan, but for this we just have to add the -p which searches for all the 65,000 hosts, and we'll try to find out the vulnerability in trying to exploit. If we see all this verges right here, I know for sure that this has a vulnerability which is a dist ccd. And if I go ahead and copy it and search it in our Metasploit, press exit here. I'm gonna open MSF console here and give it a minute. Okay, we got our Metasploit console open here, and if I search for the dist ccd and paste it right here, and we found one exploit and we're gonna use it. And if I type use and paste the exploit name, I'm gonna copy it and paste it right here. Okay, we got our payload to the cmd Unix reverse bash, and if I type show info and try to see what it does, this module uses a document security weakness to execute arbitrary commands on any system running on the dist ccd. And if I type show options, we can set up all the configuration. Let's start with the rhosts, which is the IP address of our Metasploit virtual machine. And if I type set rhosts to 192.168.88.248, press enter. It's gonna set up our IP address right here, and we can see the payload is to this, but let's try to use another payload. And to see the available payloads out there, just type show payloads. We got a bunch of results, but let's try to use this one, which is the cmd Unix reverse, and this will use a command shell which is the reverse TCP telnet. So I'm gonna copy it and set the payload to this one, set payload. That one, payload is set, and let's check our options again. We got our host right here. Our port is 3632, and let's check it is the correct port number with the dist. Of course it is the correct one and we don't need to change it. And lhost is set to this one, which is our Kali Linux IP address, and let's check it if it's the correct one. If config, of course it's the correct one right here, which is 192.168.88.249. and let's check our options again. Show options, and it's all set up, and let's run it. Just make sure we got our shell. Let's check it if I type ls and also type who am I, which is a daemon. And of course let's check uname-a, and it tells us it is Linux Metasploitable 2.6.24. So this is the first one. Let's go on to the next one. I'm gonna stop this by Control C. Of course I'm gonna get off this session. Okay, the next thing that we can check is this one, which is port number 6667, and the version is Unreal IRC, and the service is running as IRC. But before that, let's open a new terminal and search with search plate whether it has vulnerability or not. So I'm gonna search exploit IRC. Here we got a bunch of results that we can find, and I don't like this one right here, but if I narrow down to the exact version, which is right here, let's try to find with the exact version, and I'm gonna copy it, and let me clear this, and again search it with Searchplate and paste it here. We can narrow it to 4 results, but of course this doesn't count because it is a DOS attack, and the one that we need is this .rb, and this we know that for sure this belongs to our Metasploit framework, and of course it tells us that it uses backdoor command execution in the Metasploit framework. So let's get back to our Metasploit, and if I search again for the Unreal IRC, we found one exploit right here, and let's check if it works. Use and paste it here, and copy and paste it here. It found the exploit. If I type show info to see its description, its description says this module exploits a malicious backdoor that was added to the Unreal IRC 3.2.8.1 download archive. This backdoor was present in the Unreal 3.2.8.GZ archive between November 2009 and June 12th. This tells us that there is definitely a malicious backdoor that will open a shell. And if I type show options to see what available options we have to set our rhost to our Metasploit mission. So set rhosts to 192.168.88.248, which is the IP address of our Metasploit, and let's see what payload we have with the particular exploit, and type show payloads. We got a bunch of results, but let's use the same one that we used before, which is the dub reverse TCP, which is this one. I'm gonna copy it and set the payload to that particular payload. Set payload to that one, which is payload CMD Unix reverse. I'm gonna press enter here, and let's make sure we got the correct configuration for the options. We got our rhost, which is 192.168.8.48, and we also have to set up our all host, which is the IP address of our Kali Linux mission. So set lhost, which is 192.168.88.249, which is the IP address of our Kali Linux mission. If I type show options again, all of the options that we need. Of course, we don't need to change this one because this is the port number in which the vulnerability was found. We got our host, which is the IP address of our Kali Linux. The only thing that's left is to run it. So if I type run, okay, it found a shell open, which is a command session to open it. And if I type ls here, we got here, and there is in who am I, we are root, we got our escalate privilege, and uname -a, which is our Linux Metasploitable 2.6.24. okay, this is what we found vulnerabilities, and in next video we'll try to see what vulnerabilities we can find on a Windows machine and trying to exploit. So see you then.